get into this. I've already did one eye first here. So this, I'm just gonna do one side just to avoid taking up too much time. This eye look was inspired by my headband here. So I decided to just take some of the same colors and use it. Now for the eyeshadow today, I will be using my Morphe palette, and it is the palette, the 35M Boss Mood. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna start using that. Now, the first thing that I use as a base on my eyelids is going to be the NYX base here. Y'all can see that. That is what I use as my base. I'm going to try to start using something else soon, but this is what I usually use for all my eyeshadow looks. And I'm just going to take a little bit, and I take a little Q-tip, and then I'm just going to put some on my eye, like a lot, and under my eye as well. That's a little messy at first. It's okay. Yeah. This is just the base or whatever. Let's kind of smooth that out on there. And then I take the other side of the Q-tip and kind of just roll that up under my eye, kind of. Where you're able to see, you know, whatever. So, but yeah, just like that. And I blend that out with my finger. I don't use you can use a brush if you want to, but I don't. And just kind of blend all of that out. Trying to get some of that off of my eyelid at the top here. Okay. And the only reason I'm doing that is because, you know, when people put on lashes, they use mascara on their lashes. I don't. So I was just trying to get some of that off of my lash. Now, to set it, you can use whatever powder you have, setting powder you have. I usually don't use this, but this is what I can find that I have right now. I can't find the main powder. I think I usually use the RCMA translucent powder, but I can't find it, so I'm going to use the this is very old. I don't even know if they still sell NYC. I don't see it anywhere, but this is the NYC smooth skin loose face powder. And since I don't use this anymore, you know, I've since then upgraded to other setting powders. This was just something that I bought. I think that I seen it on clearance or whatnot. So and it's really messy too, but I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I'm not gonna let it go to waste because it's here, might as well use it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. Ooh, you see that? That is very powdery. So I'm just gonna take a little bit here and then just go all over my eye like so, just to kind of set it a bit. Even the bottom, just go to set it. Okay. So I'm going to take this color from the Boss Mood Morphe palette. I'm going to be taking this color right here. Let me see this color right here. And I'm just going to go in my crease with the small eyeshadow brush from Sonia Kashuk is what this is. And I'm just going to start right up in here in the crease area, and I'm going to just kind of circle it as I go in. Just circle it in circular motions, just buffing that all the way in there, not necessarily swiping, so you're just packing that color on there and going all the way towards the inner corner like so. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to use that same eyeshadow brush actually. I take a piece of tissue and just kind of clean that off just a little bit because I want to use the same one, and use this color right here from the palette. And we're gonna I'm just gonna go just a little bit lower, just a little bit from that, and then just circle motion that in as well. And you can bring this all the way down almost to the lid like so, like that. And that's okay if it covers most of the lid, because we're gonna top that off as well. I am actually gonna wipe one more time here. And then I'm gonna go into this other color here. That is this color right here. I'm gonna use that only in the crease, but the outer crease, not in the over the whole crease area like I did the other ones. So I'm just gonna go in and use just a little bit on the outside there, just to give that a little definition. And then I'm gonna take my blending crease brush here, if you can see, from Sonia Kashuk. And I'm just gonna go in and kind of blend all of this in, especially the outer areas. And I put my finger on the very end of the brush here to kind of make it loose, and so it's not that much pressure, so that you're lightly blending it and not like moving it too much, but you're just making it blend really nicely, just all the way in. Okay. Like so. And with that same small eyeshadow brush that I just used, I'm gonna go ahead and use this this glitter color right here. And this is what I'm gonna put on my eyelid. Like so, just pack it on, like press it in, like so. Okay. Now once that is pressed in, you can go back in with your blender brush, the blending crease brush, and I'm just gonna lightly kind of buff that out. Okay. And now I'm going to take the liner brush, the eyeliner brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to go back in with this same color right here. And I'm going to put this under my eye here. That's why we put that on there, to kind of hold the shadow under the eye. So I'm just going to go and just put that right up under the eye there. Yeah. And get a little bit more here so that it could be and I'll kind of bring it down a little bit lower. You don't have to bring it down that low, but bring it down just a little low. Oh, child, I didn't even know I had this on my face. This is actually from off of the top of the palette. For some reason, it got on top of my palette, y'all. Look at that. So let me just wipe that off right quick. That's okay. Makeup can be messy, okay? But once you're done, it's like, you know, and everything's pulled together, you're like, yeah. But, you know, it may be some mishaps, so you may not get stuff right the very first time. I may have to go over. That's all right. That's what makes it fun, because you can always fix something. You can always do different types of stuff. You don't have to stick to what everybody else does, and all that nature. Okay, so now I am going to go in this inner corner here in my tear duct, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. small precision brush. I've had this for a while. Hopefully y'all can see that there. And I am going to take the color, this lighter color in here, this color right here, and I'm going to be putting that in my tear duct. Okay, let's see here. Just like so. And then I kind of even bring it in to kind of come up a little bit, and then a little bit out right up in here. Like to kind of blend it into the other just a little bit, okay? All right. So, and then I'll come and take my blending brush again and kind of blend everything out. Okay. And lastly, we're pretty much done with the shadows now. And then lastly, I'm going to use the LA Girl glitter toppers. These are really cute. I have 2 of them so far, and this one is called LA Girl Electrify. And these, you don't need a base for these, like a glitter glue base, but the directions for these are basically just take your finger and then top it over whatever eye look or eyeshadow you have. But I will suggest that I've tried this both without and with the glitter glue, and I will say, if you have, I have very oily skin, so my eyelids tends to get very oily. If you're going to be wearing this for a long amount of time, I would just say just put a little bit of the glue base on, and what you would do is you just put the little glue, because where we're going to put this is in the middle of the eyeshadow look. But you'll just put just a little bit on there, let it dry a little bit, and then take that and then dab it in, and it'll help hold it for a lot longer. Because, baby, when I be using glitter, I love to use glitter, but because my eyelids are so oily, if I don't use a extra base usually, it will start to get in my eye. And, you know, we don't want that. Now, today, I'm not really doing much, but I'm just going to the grocery store and back, so I'm just going to use my finger today to, you know, to dab it on. But just a quick tip for you ladies with oily eyes, oily skin. So just take a good amount like so. And then you're just going to put it in the middle of the eye right here. So, and just press in, just press it on there. And press it on there like so. And there you go. See? Simple. All right. And for the waterline, I'm also going to be using LA Girl. It's a neon shockwave eyeliner from LA Girl. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully y'all can see that. And this is in Eye Fresh. Eye Fresh is the name of that. And so I'm just going to be using this just in, you know, the waterline here to give it that extra blue color. And these are actually good. I've worn them. They were like, I think about $3 or $4 at, I got these from CVS actually. And I had like a coupon, so I decided to try them. I had like some extra bucks. So I was like, oh, let me try their liners, because I didn't have any liners that were like this bright, not like neon. Like I have a bright liner, but it's not, it wasn't like this. So I got this one in the yellow one, and y'all, they last all day. I just don't know. I haven't really checked in on to see if you get more than that, or is that all you get? Because if that's all you get, then that's not worth it. But if y'all can kind of explain to me, some of y'all that have more of these, is there a way to extend this, or is that all that I get? I don't think that is. I don't think that's right. Most of the liners I get, y'all, are pencil liners, so I'm not used to getting these plasticky liners. But please comment below if if you guys have this and that you can use more of it, that there's more of it than what is on, on there. Because if not, I ain't buying them no more. Child, no. It might be a good deal, $3-4, but that ain't worth it. Okay. So after that, I'm going to go in with eyeliner to just make a little wing liner or whatever. And I'm going to be using the NYX matte liquid liner. If you can see that, hopefully you can see that really good. And I like it. It has a little, that's how it looks outside of the container there. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to make my line pretty thick. So I'm just going to draw it across. Hopefully y'all can see me in here. I'm still new to this whole filming thing, so bear with me, y'all. I want it to go on thick just because, let me get up in here. When I put my lashes on, the line tends to disappear. So that's why I bring it up a little bit. And it's okay if you don't get it perfect, because right now, okay. And I'm just going to come out here. And it gets kind of dry, but I kind of like it like that, so I don't make a boo-boo. But okay. And I just come out like so. You can kind of draw it lightly without getting it too juicy. That is a quick tip. And then you can go in and fill in as needed. So I don't mind when it kind of dries out when I start to do the line. That way it's not, too juicy to where it's easy to mess up. Eyeliner is tricky, especially working with liquid liner and trying to make perfect lines and stuff. But you can always clean it up with concealer. You can always wipe that area away and start over, and then just kind of take your brush with the eyeshadow and kind of just refill it in that area. You can always do that. Like, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I've messed up my whole look, because of that. You can always go back in and fix it. It's not, you haven't messed up, okay? Or even if you did mess up, it's okay. And then I go in and try to refill it in to make sure it's dark. Honestly, this is the matte, and I got this just to try it. But they have one that stays glossy too, and I think I'm going to get that because I really, really like this liner. It stays on pretty well as well. It doesn't move. But if you guys wanted another alternative, because this was about, I want to say $9. There's another one from Wet n Wild. Even though it has a bigger tip on the end, it's really good as well. But it's another story for another day. If you guys want tips and tricks on less expensive makeup, but that is good, then just request below and I'll kind of go through some of the most inexpensive, like I'm talking about $1, $3, you know, stuff that you can use that is not gonna break the bank, but you know what I'm saying, you can still look good and not feel like you're spending a whole bunch of money on makeup. But if you're interested in that, if y'all guys are, just let me know and I'll do just a video of products that I used to use or still do use or still would use. I just, you know, don't mind spending a little bit more. Okay, so my thing, and I'm not suggesting that y'all do this, but a lot of people I know use mascara on their eyes, you know, their eyelashes before putting on the lash, for putting on their lashes. And that's cool, but I don't do that. First of all, my lashes are pretty already long. And the reason why people do that is to adhere your lash to the actual false lash. I don't like putting mascara on and then putting a lash and glue on top of that. I just don't like doing that. And that's why I wear eyelashes, because I need a break from mascara, because I don't like to use waterproof mascara, because that it's hard to come off. You know, you can use your makeup remover, but it's just a task to me, and it's so much more easier for me to just peel my little eyelashes off and go in and wash my face. Because like when it's time for me to wind down and I take off my makeup and stuff, I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff to have to clean off. Like, it's just, I don't know, it annoys me. And then, like I said, because I don't like to use waterproof mascara, some of the mascaras that I use, they just start like, I don't know, crumbling or something, because like I said, my skin is very oily. So that's another reason probably why. And I just feel like that, along with my lashes, and then I feel like it kind of messes my lashes up, the fluff of it. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I don't use any mascara. I just literally put my lash on. And I also don't use tweezers to put my lash on, which I really want to learn how to do that because it's more precise. But I'm so used to using my fingers that I can't. For some reason, I'm so used to just using my fingers. A lot of us will learn different ways how to put lashes on, how to do a certain look. We don't all do, you know, it the same way, and that's okay. You do what works for you, and yeah, that is what it is. You know, that's the fun thing about makeup. You can learn all these tips and tricks, and then you can just do your own thing. You know, take bits and pieces from what you learn here on YouTube, or if you work up in the makeup industry, you know, like Sephora or something like that, and you can make it your own. And that's one reason why I like makeup, because it's like art. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to put some. These are old lashes that I have. And if y'all want to know what lashes these are, I get these from the beauty supply actually, and I love them. I love them. The lashes that I use is these here. These are, I love them. They're my favorite. They're not too big, because I don't like the super big, the super big eyelashes. I feel they're pretty, but at the same time, I don't like them too much. And honestly, my husband, you know, I do care about what he thinks about my looks sometimes, and he was just like, I don't understand why women wear these huge lashes. They look like they're flying away. And but I'm not judging anybody who does it. To each his own, whatever floats your boat. I just like to keep it a little vavoom, but mostly natural. You know, they still kind of look natural. They're still pretty big to me, the lashes that I have, but I found one that was just a happy medium. It gives you enough volume, enough vavoom, but it's not way too much, you know. So let me just put this on, and like I said, I use my fingers, so give me a moment to put this on. But it's not as precise, I will say. It's not as precise as I see people when they use the tweezers, but this is just how I learned. So let me just get that on there. Just a moment here to... All right. once putting those on, I just kind of press in and I check on the side to make sure. And that is basically the look of it. And I'm going to come back to you guys when I'm done with finishing the rest of my face. And I'll show you guys the finished look. All right. All right, guys, this is the finished look here. And don't forget, if you do like this, to like, subscribe, and comment below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Is it getting all this?
Yes.
I didn't say nothing.
I thought you were looking at me talking.
No, I'm looking over here and looking in the mirror. I'm not looking at you.
Okay, well, I'm out. I'm out.
Okay, let me... You're supposed to stop, bro. I said stop.